I usually do 2 bumps instead of the 3 bumps of the pink stuff, so I call it more of a short Roxie. Probably because I used a smaller hook than the 2. Probably started with about a 1. I've tied them as small as 8s and they work well, but you only get 1 bump of the pink stuff. So again, you just put on your normal bit of, tying thread, just lay down a bit of a base. And again, I didn't use the pearlescent Flashaboo. I had some glow-in-the-dark stuff, and I thought, well, try that, and if it's in the fall. Oops. Again, there's nothing really that exciting about it. I just sort of grab a chunk of this stuff that I figure fits. And again, just tie it in. I usually put a little bit of tie behind it to keep it up a little bit. And I also just tie in your pink or red. I don't think it really makes much difference. You're in effect tying almost an egg pattern. What I do though, because you're after bigger fish, I usually cement the tail and the chenille before I proceed. So hopefully it'll stay on the hook a little bit longer. You can also weight it. I haven't weighted these ones.
That's good.
And just take your thread about to the middle of the hook. Then you do your first sort of egg, chenille egg, and you just sort of tie it on till you figure it's about the right size. Then I will wrap it a few times so it won't unravel on me. Oops, your black hackle. No point in keeping the fuzzy stuff on because it won't go up that tall. High on it. Thank you. And then what I do is I'll usually strip the feather from one side. Again, just makes it a little easier on the tying. You just tie in your hackle. You want to do the small end first because you want the first black hackle a little bit less than the front. And you gotta pinch it a wee bit. Yes. Okay.
That famous pinch rack?
Okay. And then you juggle it a wee bit and just wrap it around so it looks like about the right amount of black on there. Probably about 3 or 4, probably about 4 times, eh? First one. Then what I do is I'll just strip this hackle a little bit, hold it there. Again, I'll run the thread around it, tie it off. Oops, and I broke the feather. It's always a great way to start.
Been there.
Okay, so we'll just, like what I normally do, is I just use the same feather. I wouldn't break it at all, and just strip it a little bit, and then I just do the chenille right over top of the feather where it's stripped off.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and that way again you're adding a bit of durability to it. Okay.
Short
Yes. And we are spinning a wee bit. And that one is not working well. Okay. This one's going to have to be tied in again. It's not a complicated pattern if everything works. You just trim her off a wee bit. was terrible.
Is there a reason for stripping off half the hackle in some cases? And
I find it ties a bit better. You know, like I say, if you just got the
It rolls
hackle
on
on
better?
one side, because otherwise it tends to overlap, I find. Yeah,
okay.
okay. And like I say, with this one breaking off, it's got a little bit of a, not that great. And again, you just figure out about how long you want to make your tail, chop it off, a little head cement, and away you go. That one is pretty ugly.
Fish won't make it.
Yeah.
Now, is this a fly you've been using for a number of years,
Yep.
Bob?
No, actually, I tied it up about a year or so ago. I was looking on the net, and then when I was up to Nitnat last September, I started fishing with a little green rabbit strip fly, and had a couple on that, and then it went flat. So I figured, oh, what the hell, might as well try this. Sorry, what the heck. And immediately did very well. That's what we're catching there, is the... I'm going to pass it around.
Yeah.
That's a nice chromer.
Yeah.
And then that was September.
Is that a cold?
No, that's a Chinook.
Well,
Yeah.
pass that.
Okay, that's a better looking one there.
Well, could we get a...
No, a good looking one. Okay. There we go.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's a nice little
Yeah.
baby.
There you go, that's good.
And the Chum liked them.
Looks like a chum.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chum liked them very well.
Yeah, it was red for chum.
Yeah.
Chum like it.
Well, I also own that.